one more thing, Larry. I just got to extend some congratulations because this last week on September 19th, we celebrated the 1-year anniversary of the launch of this Selling from the Heart book. And I know we had a great time on the Facebook Live just celebrating that event and all the things that have gone on. And I just want to say, once again, a sincere thank you to you for putting the time in and the blood, sweat, and tears to put all that together. It really is exciting to see all that's happened in a year.
I know it. Well, I owe it all to you because you're the one who gave me the swift kick in the butt to do it. So thanks, dude.
And by swift kick in the butt, you mean a 7-hour road trip badgering you to write a book, right?
Hey, just for everyone out there, don't get into the car with Daryl, especially for a long period of time, because your left ear will be cauliflower, and that's kind of what it was. And I just gave in. I just said,
"Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you did." Well, hey, we have got a phenomenal conversation teed up today, so why don't we rock and roll and dive into that, Larry? Let's introduce our guest and let's go.
Yeah, I can't wait to bring Todd Caponi on the podcast. But Todd and I, actually, right before the podcast, we were talking about the series that we were on with Tanya Pluckrose, and it was all around, being authentic. And she'd shed, maybe 20 really cool guests on that just talked about our mission around being transparent, authentic, and genuine. And then Todd and I struck up a friendship. We hopped on a call. We were starting to communicate via blog posts and posts we were tagged in. I said, we got to talk. And it wasn't too long before I realized Todd and I and Selling from the Heart, I mean, 2 peas in a freaking pod, I would say. So without further ado, we got to get this guy on. So Todd Caponi, welcome to Selling from the Heart.
Thank you for having me.
Man, I'm so glad you're here.
This is going to be good.
Yes, it's going to be good. Todd is the author of the book, The Transparency Sale. And I think very quickly you're going to figure out that Todd is a fellow Selling from the Heart friend and just a champion for all things authentic. But I'm curious as we get started, Todd, we ask this of all our guests. When you hear the word Selling from the Heart, what does that mean to you?
Well, it literally changed my life, which is interesting. It's funny that Larry and I would share a brain on our answer when we talked last time. So I know I'm preaching to the choir with this, but when you think about what the role of a professional salesperson is and should be today, it's to help buyers make the right decisions, to remove friction from their decision-making process and give them everything their brain needs to make the best purchases and decisions for their business. And so, I preached that too, but here's the change. When I talk about this, I get surrounded by people that are like, yeah, I totally agree with that, Todd. And I always sell from the heart. But the difference is they all communicate in a way that makes it sound like they have to give something up to do that. Like by selling authentic, with authenticity and honesty and leading with transparency, it means that I'm actually sacrificing some results. And what changed my life was this, recognition that the brain science and all the data tell us that when we lead with transparency and lead with our flaws, it actually impacts every metric that matters in a positive direction. Win rates, close, cycle lengths, qualifying deals in, qualifying deals out, making it hard on our competitors. And so I am, obviously oozing with excitement about this topic, but can't wait to dig into a little bit about the data and the brain science to help support the mission of Selling from the Heart.